Every turntable that's ever crossed my bench fits into one of 7 levels. Doesn't matter the brand, doesn't matter the decade. I want to walk you through all 7, so next time you're at an estate sale or a hi-fi shop, you know exactly what you're looking at and what it's actually worth to you, the bottom. Plastic, all-in-one ceramic cartridge with tracking force that could gouge a trench in a record. These are the ones destroying somebody's inherited vinyl collection right now, without them realizing it. If a turntable has built-in speakers and a carrying handle, it belongs in level 1, and it belongs nowhere near a record you care about. One step up. Basic belt drive decks, mass market, usually plastic platter, a pre-mounted cartridge that's adequate but replaceable. Perfectly fine for someone starting a collection, but every part on it tells you the manufacturer was hitting a price point, not chasing fidelity. Here's where things get interesting and where your Technics SL1200 lives. Direct drive, built for DJs and broadcast use originally, meaning torque, speed, stability, and a build quality meant to survive being used, not admired. These were engineering solutions to a real problem, and that's why they're still in service decades later, in garages and clubs and living rooms alike. Thorins and the tables built in that tradition. Suspended sub-chassis designed to isolate the platter and arm from footfalls and rumble, a real engineering answer to a real problem, refined over decades. This is the level where the plinth itself becomes part of the design conversation, not an afterthought. Rega, Project, and their peers. Simplified minimalist mass, precision-engineered bearings, often unsuspended by design philosophy rather than compromise. This is where you start paying for engineering decisions made in service of one thing only: getting the stylus to track the groove with the least possible interference. VPI clear audio, the big linear tracking and heavyweight platter designs. Massive bearings, often air or magnetic suspension. Tonearms machined to tolerances that would have been unthinkable in a consumer product 40 years ago. This is where cost stops being about parts and starts being about diminishing returns chased to their logical extreme. Continuum, TechDAS, and the handful of manufacturers building turntables the way a watchmaker builds a tourbillon, as much a statement of what's possible as a practical playback device. Air-bearing platters, vacuum hold-down, prices that would buy a car. Most of you watching this will never own one, and that's fine because level 3 through 5 will outperform your ear's ability to hear the difference in any room you actually live in. Here's the secret nobody at level 7 wants you to know. A well-maintained level 3 or 4 table, properly set up, with a clean stylus and correct tracking force, will outproduce a poorly set up level 6 table every single time. Setup matters more than the level you're standing on. Tell me which level your table lives on in the comments, and if you've restored one yourself, I want to hear the story. Subscribe because next up, I'm ranking the cartridges that actually matter at each level.